Go on, open it, my mother said, smiling like this was something thoughtful. All eyes were on me. It was my grandmother's birthday dinner. The table was full, relatives, laughter, clinking glasses. My younger brother leaned back in his chair, already grinning like he knew the punchline. I looked down at the box in my hands. It felt light. Too light. Still, I didn't question it. I lifted the lid slowly, careful, like whatever was inside mattered. There was nothing. Just an empty space staring back at me. For a second, I thought maybe I missed something. I tilted the box slightly. Nothing moved. Then the laughter started. Don't look so confused, my dad said, casually cutting into his cake. It's symbolic. My brother chuckled. Yeah, pretty accurate, honestly. A few others joined in, not loud, not cruel on the surface. But enough. Enough to make the message clear. I felt the moment stretching, waiting for me to react, to defend myself, to look embarrassed. But I didn't. I closed the box gently. Okay, I said. That was it. My mom sighed. You really need to stop taking things so seriously. It's just a joke. A joke. I nodded slightly, like I understood. But something inside me had already shifted. I looked around the table. At the smiles that weren't kind. At the people who didn't say anything. At the ones who found comfort in watching someone else be smaller. Then I looked at my grandmother. She wasn't laughing. Her eyes were on me, steady, sharp, almost like she was waiting. Not for a reaction. For a decision. And in that moment, I understood something clearly. People don't test your worth. They reveal their own. I placed the box back on the table carefully, like it actually held something valuable. Then I stood up. Where are you going? My father asked, irritation slipping into his voice. I have something to take care of, I replied. No anger, no explanation. Just calm. As I turned to leave, I heard my brother whisper, same as always, can't handle anything. I didn't go back the next day. Or the next week. Not out of anger. Out of clarity. That empty box had done something years of words never could. It removed the noise. It showed me exactly where I stood in their world. So I stopped trying to stand there. I moved into a small place. Nothing impressive. Just enough. And then I got to work. No announcements. No explanations. No need to prove anything to anyone. I took whatever opportunities came my way at first. Long hours, low recognition, quiet effort. It wasn't about status anymore. It was about direction. Days turned into a routine. Wake up early, work, learn, improve. Repeat. No one was watching. Which made it easier. Because when no one expects anything from you, you're free to build without pressure, and without interruption. Sometimes I'd hear things. Not directly. Never directly. Through distant relatives, random messages, passing comments. They think you'll come back. Your brother's doing really well now. Your parents say you just needed a break. I never corrected them. Let people stay comfortable in their version of you. It saves you the effort of explaining, and makes the truth clearer later. Months passed. Slowly, things started shifting. The work I was doing became stable. The skills I built started opening better doors. Not overnight, not dramatic. Just steady progress. Meanwhile, on their side, the noise got louder. My brother's success started showing cracks when expectations didn't match reality. My parents, who once laughed easily, started sounding different in the few updates I heard, Less certain, more defensive. There were small mentions of problems now. Money issues. Decisions that didn't go as planned. But I stayed out of it. No checking, no reacting. Just distance. Because I wasn't trying to win against them. I was building something beyond them. One evening, I received a call. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. But something made me pick up. Hello? Good evening, a calm voice said. This is your grandmother's lawyer. I paused. There will be a family meeting, he continued. Your presence is requested. Requested. Not demanded. Not expected. Requested. I looked around my quiet space. Everything I had built, small, but mine. I'll be there, I said. No hesitation. Because I already knew. This time, I wouldn't be walking into the same room as before. They were still talking about me. I was already far ahead of them. I paused for half a second. Not to respond. Just to register it. Then I kept walking. Because for the first time, I wasn't leaving out of hurt. I was leaving with clarity. Behind me, the laughter faded. And ahead of me, there was silence. The kind of silence where everything changes. They thought they had won. They had no idea what I was about to do next. The house felt the same. But the people didn't. Voices were lower, movements slower. No one laughed too loudly this time. I walked in quietly and took a seat. No one made a comment. The lawyer stood at the head of the table, a file in his hand. We're here to clarify a matter left by your grandmother, he said. Everyone looked toward her. She simply nodded. He opened the document. This is a note written on the day of her birthday. The room went still. He began reading. To the one who received the empty box. It was never empty. It was a test. Not of worth, but of character. No one moved. Everyone else filled that moment with noise. Only one chose silence. I didn't react. What I've built belongs to the one who understood that. The lawyer closed the file. For clarity, he said, the primary beneficiary is you. The silence deepened. My father shifted. My mother looked down. My brother said nothing. No one laughed now. No one explained. My dad finally spoke, his voice quieter than I'd ever heard it. We didn't realize. I know, I said calmly. And that was enough. No anger, no correction. Just truth where it belonged. I stood up. I won't be coming back, I said, but I'll take responsibility for what's mine. No bitterness, no attachment. Just control. As I walked out, no one stopped me. Because now they understood something they had missed before. They thought I was weak because I was quiet. They didn't know I was simply busy becoming